Hey guys, this is Seth, or Wing, and welcome to the Handsome Cast. I am here with my best buddy, Jeffrey Eisen.
Seth did the intro this time.
And he did a great job.
He did do a good job.
You don't need to patronize Seth.
I know, I wasn't patronizing you. Anyway, so we're going to talk a little bit about YouTube, not like we have in the past podcast, because in the past podcast, we just go on and on about that.
About us, because we're great and the best, and that's why you listen to this podcast, right, guys? All right, that's a wrap for this week, and
thank you all. We'll see you next. Actually, we are late on a podcast because we're recording this past the time it was supposed to go up.
That's 3 hours past.
That's our fault. Again, the entire last episode was about that. College is hard. College is hard to adapt to.
It was just us complaining about college and the move and YouTube and how hard it is to be creative and how fucking perfect we are because this channel is excellent and there's nothing wrong with it. But we're sorry this is going to be a day late. I hope it's not that big a deal to our regular listeners and subscribers, but it'll be there. You'll be listening to this if you're listening to it as soon as it comes out, which you should be. I mean, it's perfect. We've been over this.
Yes.
Friday at 12.
So, and who knows, if it gets better views, then maybe it'll move to permanently Friday at 12 because
it's probably a better time.
Maybe,
I didn't even think about that.
So we'll see how it goes.
Friday's a good day.
Anyway,
YouTube.
YouTube.
What they've been up to.
Well, we're talking about that. First, we want to say that we are working on stuff that is not just the podcast.
Oh yeah, we need to let everybody know that we aren't just talking for 20 minutes once a week.
There's two things. The first thing is that, like, right after this, we're scripting like an idea that we have.
We've got so many skits that are exactly like you just said, ideas.
Yeah.
We don't have scripts done. And Jeffrey, I almost forgot. I wanted to start this by congratulating Jeffrey because he made the UK University of Kentucky hockey team.
Thank you.
Which is incredible. And so he's going to be incredibly busy with that.
Yes.
And I work every day, but like Sunday and Wednesday. And Jeffrey works all week, goes to school as well. We both go to school. And then he also has hockey practice on top of that. So our schedules are just a mess.
Very busy. And so really it's kind of like Almost Handsome is this thing that, like, we dedicate our free time to it. Literally some of the only free time we have. Like, we still make plans with other stuff. Like this weekend, we can't do anything because we both have
family or other things that came first.
I have a family reunion to go to.
My cousin's
Saturday.
Coming in for a baby shower. See, like, it's that kind of thing.
Like that kind of thing to where you could say, oh no, I can't go. I gotta do this. But like, that would make you look like such a conceited person because it's like,
yeah.
Oh, you're not going to this family reunion or a baby shower because you got a channel with 50, I think 7 subscribers now. I think we got a subscriber.
Like, we're not trying to like patronize subscribers or whatever, but you know, family and school both come first before.
Exactly.
Because at this point, it's like a hobby that we want to pour everything into, but at its core, this really is a hobby that we just care a lot about.
That was the hardest thing for me to realize because like when I started 2F in high school,
yeah,
I would spend all my time on that, and my grades started to kind of go down a little bit, and I had to realize, okay, this is not a job. Hopefully, it will be one day.
It could be a job. That's the dream.
My dream right now is to not just have a channel that makes money that I can live off of. I want to have, because I'm, major in like whatever, like arts and media studies, which is like video editing and stuff like that. Right. I may switch that, but I have a minor in business, and so with that, I want to take that knowledge, and I really, really do want to make like a studios company and have 2F, maybe Almost Handsome, or like other channels that I enjoy and I'm on, be under the roof of that one studio. Like, I
don't think Rooster Teeth or Machinima are like good examples, but that kind of idea where there's multiple series underneath one big name.
There's the YouTuber I watch, Matthias, which is actually cool. He did something, and again, we're gonna talk about other stuff. I'll wrap this up really quick.
We're allowed to get off topic.
Yeah. With Matthias, he made really good content. He had a series like the series that we're planning.
Yeah.
And it was good, but his audience, he collaborated with Markiplier. And so a lot of those people, if you know what I'm saying, came over.
Yeah.
And a lot of his comments are just like, LOL, XD, all this stuff that doesn't make sense.
Like from Facebook, like memes and like.
They're young.
It was like, you showed me that one thing from Matthias on his channel where it was like his sketch. It was not sketch comedy, but like a reality TV show style format thing,
which is similar to what we're doing.
Yeah, it's the same similar idea that what we're going with, and he did that, and he plays like an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, can't curse YouTube. We'll get to that in a few minutes, but he was a butthole.
Yeah.
And so everybody in the comments was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Matthias is such a butt. Dang it, I really wanted to be a fan of Matthias, but I guess he's a butthole, so I can't be more. And they all took it as like completely literally, even though it was just a character he was playing.
And so he literally can't make that series anymore because every time he uploads, he'll lose like a few thousand subscribers because because people don't understand. And so
he's a butt, Jeffrey.
Later on Twitter, he tweeted out like this series of like basic paragraph tweets. It was basically just a letter. And he was talking about he's not pleased with the content he's making. He's pandering. He does not like at all what he's doing right now, and he's going to make it better. And if he's going to have to lose his subscribers to do that, then he's okay with that. Because right now he has that channel, he has his Team Edge channel, he has his vlog channel, which Team Edge and his vlog channel are actually more popular than his main channel now. And he said that was one of the reasons why switched, why he's switching. But he leased out an office space. Like he has a 2-floor office with a warehouse, and like his Team Edge channel has rights to the warehouse. So when they shoot, they're in the warehouse, but his upstairs is like, his brother and his brother-in-law are the other people on him with Team Edge. And so they all have their own offices. They have cubicles for interns that are going to be working there. They have all this stuff. And so that's
so cool.
That's the thing. It's like, I want to be able to do that one day. I don't care where I live, as long as I can go to work every day and think, I am so blessed. I am so lucky to be doing what I am doing right now.
That sounds fantastic.
And even if that's not YouTube, I want to do.
You want to be able to enjoy something creatively that you will go to work every day and feel fulfilled about. You see, that's why I've been considering changing, because I don't actually have a major yet. I'm undecided. And, at first, classes are just prereqs anyway.
Yeah, right now, my classes do not correlate at all with my majors.
None of mine. I mean, they're all prereqs. Everybody has to do that for the first couple of years. But I think that whenever I have to pick a major, whenever it comes down to that, I'm probably going to go with, there's a major that you can take that I can transfer to UK or Asbury, which are both really good schools.
They're very good, yeah.
Script writing.
That's cool.
Because I've always loved writing, just anything. And I've not recently actually, but like mid-high school, I got super into film and TV shows and just how things work on the inside. This is particularly script writing, and good writing has always been something that will make me super biased towards a movie. Like even if, like, say the direction is really poor, if the characters are like developed really, really well and they're all super interesting and the situations they go into and are written into make sense, I'll usually end up liking that movie a little bit more. Because I think clever writing and interesting writing I think that's that's my favorite part of anything, I guess, entertainment wise, like that kind of medium, like TV shows, movies, anime, that kind of thing. That's like writing. I've got a big bias towards, and I'd love to learn how to do that and do it well and learn everything about it and do it for a living. Like that'd be so incredible.
And that's that's why I'm majoring in media arts and studies, because I take a video editing class, I'll take a lighting class, I'll take an audio engineering class.
Yeah.
And so like that'll help me further my YouTube stuff, but also like that's also why I have a minor in business.
Yeah.
Because like you have to have a backup plan. If you do major in something artsy and stuff like that, you always have to have some sort of tie to business or something, because you don't know if you're going to make it. Like right now, the odds for me and Seth making it on YouTube are little to none. Yeah. That was crazy. We said almost the same thing. But anyway.
Now.
Okay, come here. Okay, anyway. Yeah. So like our chances are little to none. And so it's like, yeah, you can go for what you want. Like, people can major here in, like, bass guitar and stuff like that.
Golf course management.
Yeah, that's a thing. And so it's like, yeah, major in that. Do what you want, but have a realistic goal.
Yeah.
Like
have a plan that you can fall back on if things go to shit. That's why, okay, so like, I said the whole script writing thing, gave my big spiel on that. I've also made sure that every prereq that I've taken covers all of my, covers all my tracks so that I could get into the dental hygiene program.
Exactly.
So that if script writing didn't work out, I could literally come back to BCTC for a year and have a job that will pay well, that I can support a family and live off of.
Exactly.
Just in case.
The thing is, like, with the minor that I have, business, or business management, it's the type of minor to where it's 4 classes less than a major.
Right.
And so it's like, well, why not? Like, if I know that, like, if at the end of my college career in 4 years, if YouTube is not going great, like, and it may not. Like, I did just
especially after what happened yesterday. Oh, sorry about that.
No, you're good. We'll talk about that in a second. But like, because I have 2F just hit 1,000.
Yeah, which I'm so happy for you about. That's fantastic.
Thank you. It's definitely weird seeing it in person, because like you think about it all day. You're like, oh, I'm going to hit 1,000 today because I knew I was going to hit it. If you look
I wish they could have seen the face you just made for that. Keep going.
But so you think about it all day and you're like, oh, I'm going to hit it today because if you look at the growth, I was going to hit it that day and I ended up hitting it that night. But I looked at it, and Social Blade said 1,000, but 2F on YouTube did not say 1,000, so I was like, I think it's messed up. I don't think I actually have 1,000 yet. Yeah. And then it hit 1,000, and as soon as you see the 4 digits, you're just like, wait a minute, this is... Like, I got nervous for a second.
That's so nuts.
And when I recorded my next video, I was nervous, because I was like, there are at least, like, a lot of people are subscribed and they don't watch anymore.
Yeah.
But, like, that happens with every channel, really.
Exactly.
But it's like, there's still 1,000 people who have...
the potential to watch this video.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
and
like...
press the button that's saying, hey, I want more content from this
and so it's like, oh, geez, like, oh, man, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
You gotta deliver.
But, so anyway, like, I just hit 1,000, but that took 2 years to do. And so I am growing faster, but to really make a living off YouTube, you have to make about an average of you have to get at least 100,000 views, or I'd say about 300,000 views per month, because every 100,000 views is $100. And so... yeah, and
that's livable.
Yeah. And so if you make 300,000, actually, no, you need to make more. About 500,000, 600,000 views per month. That's about $500, $600 a month, which again, not
300 would be livable if you worked on top of
exactly.
YouTube, but
and
to be a full-time content
and
creator.
That's what I want, is like, I want in 4 years, I want to be able to have a job, but like, even if it's still the same job that I have that's at this mail place that pays a little bit above minimum wage and stuff like that, even if I have to keep that job for an extra year or 2 years while I wait for the YouTube channel to grow and
if you can get to that point,
if I can get to that point, that's the dream. But it's like, why not just go back and take those 4 classes to just get a major in business and then go get a job at some, and like, don't get me wrong, this is the last thing I want to do in my life. Yeah. But it's what my brother did because he wanted to do it. Like he said, that's what he's always wanted to do. He's wanted to have just an office job, be somebody who sat in the cubicle and does the work. And that's great. That works for him.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And I'm so proud of him because he already makes like, I'm not going to give his salary out on the podcast.
Yeah, I get it. He makes enough.
He makes enough. Well. Like he lives with his girlfriend and his 2 dogs. He moved to Louisville and like he's living his adult life now. And like I could find joy in that because life isn't, I saw this on Reddit and it's weird to like, I don't live by these words, but it's smart to take these words into consideration every time I think about it, because it's like, what it said was, it's not about having a job that you're like passionate about and stuff like that. It's about finding a job where you can find joy in the job. So
I think that's totally reasonable.
Yeah, and so it's like, obviously working at Arby's, I found no joy in that job. This mail job right now, the people are cool. So you have to find things that can make it better.
It's the same situation here where like I worked at Kmart for 6 months and hated every bit of my life, legitimately got depressed. That was like the lowest I've ever been as far as like mental health is concerned. And now I work for the government. I do CLS work with my autistic brother. And then I also work at a pallet shop where I build and ship and let's see what else. Sort, distribute, just, big, heavy wooden pallets. Yeah. I just work on those all day.
Exactly.
And I love that job. As ridiculous as that sounds, I know it's like super heavy. Is it blue collar? Is that the collar that it's like physical work? Yeah. It's blue collar work, but like, I love doing it because knowing that I'm doing it and doing it right. Yeah. My uncle and my grandpa both work over there, and it's like, it's almost therapeutic because I feel like I'm getting exercise. I'm doing something productive that's helping out my family and that business, which is an incredibly small business, and I get paid well for it, and I love being over there. Every time I go over there, I end up enjoying myself. And so, like, you can work any job, like an office, cubicle job, like your brother, and you can still enjoy that if you just look at the positive aspects of it.
And, like, that's the thing is, like, I asked my brother, like, how he likes it, and he said he loves it just because it feels like, it makes sense, I guess, because, like, when you're in high school, you go to school and then you go to work, and like you go to school just to learn useless things, and you go to
it feels like you're doing nothing.
Yeah, and
it's
you're
that
doing
stuck
nothing.
In a rut feeling.
Yeah,
that you
but
can't
then
shake.
He got this job. It's like he said a lot of the stuff he does is in Excel, like Microsoft Excel.
Right.
And he had an entire class on that in college because they were like, "You're going to use this," and he was like, "Okay, so I'm going to take this seriously." And he goes, "If I didn't take that seriously, I wouldn't have gotten this job." But so it made me feel like what I did was worth it. Like what I did in college was worth it. And so again,
it's fulfilling.
It's about finding happiness in your job. And so that's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to find happiness in my job, but I want that job to be YouTube.
Like more than anything, you want to content
That
create.
is my dream. If I could, like, if everything was perfect in the world, I would be a YouTuber. Me and you would have a licensed company, like a licensed studio that 2F would be under this other channel that I won't say anything about.
I was going to ask. I actually almost paused Audacity a few seconds ago to bring up a little project that I'm working on with a couple of other friends that I think that some of you will really enjoy. We'll advertise it on here and we'll talk about it on the next podcast.
I was going to bring it up whenever you're talking about writing, like how you're passionate about it, because that channel is a lot of writing.
Yeah. We'll, on the next podcast, we should have the first video up on this channel. And so we'll talk about it then, if you're interested in that.
The other channel, not
this channel. Yeah. The video up on the channel.
We won't say anything else about it.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's going to look great. Like, I think it's going to be good. From what I've seen so far, just the artwork and stuff like that, it's so clever and I love it. And I can't, and I don't even, like, if I found it just on YouTube, it wouldn't appeal to me because I don't
like the thing that's mainly involved
what
with
it's about. But the fact that I know who's behind it and I know that they're putting in how much work to it, like, I know it's going to be good. Okay. And so that's why I'm excited for it.
But then,
so we could have 2F under it, Almost Handsome under it, that channel under it, whatever other channel.
Lance the Wingman? What are you saying? Okay, wait. Maybe we should cut that out. Don't go to Lance the Wingman if you want to keep your sanity and still like us as people. Me as a person.
If you're somebody who gets offended by words easily, don't go there.
If you're somebody that gets offended by visuals or words or just doesn't like feeling like an uncomfortable, sweaty mess, then don't go to Lance the Wingman.
You got it. So anyway, if we could have all those under one roof, that's my dream. Just like all those under one roof. We have our own office building. God. We make money.
See, saying things like this makes me want that so badly.
Exactly.
But we need to talk about this now. What YouTube's doing to everybody, because I mean, this is literally right on par with what we're saying. Is that
they've already messed up anything.
Machinima ETC, Penguin Zero, like every channel that curses. Which
Leafy,
is
dude, I love Leafy.
God, I don't like Leafy.
No, I don't like Leafy.
He's gonna have to
but
leave.
He is going to have to.
H3H3.
Yeah, H3H3. Philip DeFranco's already gotten hit
Super
by
Mega's
it.
going to get hit by it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Gabe Reps are going to get hit by it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ego Raptor posted a huge thing on Twitter about it. Everybody that's involved with Sleepy Cabin, all the YouTube animators who hardly post, every single popular gaming channel that exists, Your Movie Sucks, the film review channels, Mother's Basement, anime review, literally every type of...
The only people who are going to be left are like toy review, few
That's
review,
exactly right.
And like people
and
like
vlogs.
And vlogs.
Vlogs where they don't curse.
And
because
sometimes...
YouTube is... We need to, for people who don't know, YouTube is, completely changed the way that you
once
can
again, not
it's
like
terms
of service.
Yeah, it's terms of service for monetization. And monetization is how you can apply to get your video to where, AdSense will make you money. And they're saying that any video that curses, any video that covers any type of like gore or just controversial subject, including politics.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Any politics.
That's the biggest problem I have with it, is that they said, even if it shows material that the regular news would cover, and even if it's meant for a news purpose.
Oh yeah. So
if people find it offensive, you are not allowed to monetize
exactly.
it. And so
that means that channels like CNN and Jimmy Kimmel, even those channels are literally going to not literally, but they're really going to lose their monetization and because they cover things that are controversial. Even if it said there's like I don't know the exact, I'm not looking at it, but like it said that if you're covering it and you don't even show the footage, but you bring it up,
it's
like if you bring up
sensitive material is not shown,
you can still lose your monetization for it. And there's like this just immense list of everything, including curse words.
Yeah,
adults cannot curse on YouTube. They're censoring political beliefs, religious beliefs. You can't even say curse words. You can't talk about anything sexual. You can't even talk about anything like you can't even pretend that something violent's going on because somebody might be able to find that offensive. It's like the safe space that a preschool needs to be. Exactly. Is what YouTube has pretty much said. And you could still post the videos willy nilly, but you can't get paid. Money. Yeah,
and so it's like they're essentially on this platform, and some of these rules have been in the terms of service already. They have just never enforced them, and then all of a sudden they're starting to enforce them, and so they're wondering why they're getting this backlash. It's because it's like parents who tell their kids not to do something, and the kids do it, and they don't care. And then all of a sudden, when they're older, they're like, "Hey,
they beat the hell out of them for it." They just start like smacking them around, cut their backs open, light them on fire.
And so it's like you can't do that. I just threw a bottle, but it's like you can't do that and expect some sort of backlash. But the problem is, they do kind of have the upper hand because it's like, where else could people go?
Literally nowhere.
Amazon's trying to get a video service,
which would be awesome. Amazon
but it's
does everything
you're
so well.
limited to making $75,000 a year on that.
Which isn't ridiculous.
No, you could live off that, but the problem is like, why would you upload some? Because it's like those consistent channels, like PewDiePie or Markiplier, who can upload 2 to 4 videos.
The thing about
day.
that is that if Amazon was able to do that right, it could bring back like a whole genre that YouTube has already crushed. Like every type of
animation,
and
sketch comedy, which is what we do.
Yeah, channels that need time to put videos up and they can't be immensely long videos. Have you ever seen the channel Dom Furra? Or it's like Dominic Fear is what he used to be. He does like he used to do animations, which, takes months and times of effort. And he also did short films, and that's almost exclusively what he does. There's no way he can make money off YouTube at all anymore. Because the way the algorithm works.
The only animator that I am subscribed to that can still keep up with everything, and there's a reason he can keep up with everything, is he's only like 20 years old, and he's the odd ones out.
I think I've heard of it, but
he's very funny. I like him a whole lot, but the only reason he makes money is because he makes comics. He doesn't really make animations.
Right.
And so he'll draw and he'll record the speed drawing, and he'll basically do what we're doing now. He'll just put his voice over the speed drawing. It's like
can't bring up a Smash channel. I don't think anybody would get it, but there's a Super Smash Bros. Channel who he would create like character concepts and do almost that exact same thing.
Exactly. And so people find a way for it to work, but with this new terms of service,
it's impossible.
You can't really, and it's so disheartening because we were literally not even 2 minutes ago talking about our dreams about starting a company,
how much
YouTube,
we want to content create for
and stuff like that. And so it's like, it seems, I have a theory about what happened, but it's like YouTube is kind of driving itself into the ground because it's like, okay, you guys make us
it's
the
promoting
money.
the opposite of creativity is what
it's like doing. You guys make us the money because you guys make the videos and put them up there and you give us a good name, but we're gonna give you more and more rules. We're not gonna give back to you in any way.
Yeah. Like we're gonna actually make sure that you get a lot less, but we still get monetization. They still get the videos.
So here's my theory. Here's my theory of what happened. There are some big companies that have a lot of deals with YouTube, like that company, whoever owns Game of War and Mobile Strike, all those people, like those shitty, they're the same
mobile
games. They're the same game, just reskinned.
Yep.
Whoever does that, obviously they have a big deal. Yahoo has some big deals with YouTube.
Yeah.
Yahoo's a chocolate milk drink, but with YouTube, stuff like that. And then I think Spotify advertises on here a lot of stuff. And so I think what happened is, with a little bit of, I don't think these companies got together. It's like, how do we take over YouTube and stuff like that?
I think that they wanted things to be cleaner for advertisers.
Because that's what it said. It's anything that is not advertiser friendly. And so I don't think YouTube would be enforcing that unless all of a sudden Spotify
the advertisers, they're giving backlash hey.
They're like, we're going to bail if you don't do something. And they're like, oh crap, now our creators aren't going to be able to make any money.
The thing about that is what sucks is that the businesses that saw that, they probably looked at what their videos were being, or what their main source of AdSense from YouTube was, and it was those sexual prank videos.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, something
like
about
iDubbbz or Filthy Frank. They're
where it's disgusting
videos.
And scary, and they looked on it and they're like, oh my gosh, people are going to think that our product is associated with these monsters.
And that's the thing is whenever I see an ad, I don't think there's probably a few people. I do not know one person who has saw a YouTube ad and saw a video after that and associated that video with that ad.
I don't think ever. I think everybody's like, oh man, an ad. If you like the channel, click on it, finish it or whatever. But if you don't, then hey, it's an ad.
I have Adblock off on YouTube because
so do I because I want to support everybody. Yes. Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, it's I think that's what happened. I think they're just oh my god, they like the human cake video where everybody
they see that
shit.
I don't know, fucking Tinko's toy Play-Doh machine is getting advertised, just something completely irrelevant to that video, and they see it and they're like, hey, our product is getting associated with these guys who piss into cakes and eat it. Exactly. What the fuck is up with that, YouTube?
Yeah, so
I meant what the frick. God, I said piss too. What the piddle freaking crap butt is up with that, YouTube?
And so I think that's what happened. I think that they were like, listen, we're not going to keep advertising on your site if you're going to keep allowing this sort of content to be created. And so I think YouTube was like, oh no, there's two things. I don't think YouTube would do this I almost said the F word. I can't do that. But I don't think YouTube would do this on purpose just to mess with everybody because
there's reason behind this.
I think they meant for it to be good because I think they were going to be like, oh crap, our creators aren't going to make money because we're not going to have any money coming in from advertising, so we can't distribute that money to the creators. So they're like,
creators,
okay, we'll do what you want. And then they wanted to turn off the monetization, which is essentially the same thing.
They're trying to. It's like they're taking one step forward and two steps back, or that's what they think they're doing. Except it was really just three steps back, maybe a skip or a hop or a jump or a car drive 2 miles back too. Because it's damning every content creator on YouTube who isn't made for very, very small children.
The way it's going is in 2018, something like that. YouTube may not be a platform worth going on anymore. Facebook is killing it with how the videos are playing. Like, people can make money off Facebook videos now.
Facebook monetization. I heard about this a while back.
So Facebook's killing it. Twitter is actually going way down in profits because of things what they're doing. Have you heard about what they're doing?
No, I haven't.
They have fucked up big time.
Twitter has,
in my opinion.
What'd they do?
They banned. Okay, you know the whole thing with Leslie Jones. Like, she was, for everybody who knows, like, she's the African American woman in. Notice I said African American, not black lady. Oh no, but
it's because that'd be offensive.
Exactly.
This is a safe space for everybody, Jeffrey.
But she was the African American woman in the new Ghostbusters movies, and she was hacked.
Oh no, I do know about this.
She was hacked. Her nudes were leaked. She was called some pretty bad things.
Well, I mean, she's hot, so I mean, like,
well,
whatever they say couldn't actually offend her. I mean, she's gorgeous. Look at that woman.
The thing is, like, a lot of some weird stuff was tweeted at her, but a lot of it was just like racial stuff.
Yeah.
And everybody gets that.
Children, idiots.
And like, the thing is, like, obviously I'm not going to be able to give my 2 cents on it because, you know, we're diving into the race game here, but like, as a white person, I'm never going to experience like racist things like African Americans do.
Yeah, you don't, like, we might, like, people might judge us differently because we're white, but it's not to the same extent, and it's a much different type of judging.
Exactly. It's not nearly as bad. And so it's like, well, what happened was this one big, I don't know if he was a YouTuber or what he was, but he also tweeted out something bad, and he got banned from Twitter. He didn't break any of the terms of service. He didn't break anything of the sort. He got banned because
for some reason. I feel like the something bad
her.
though probably wasn't that offensive, and I do think that oversensitivity is an issue with things like this, and cyberbullying, that kind of thing. No, like, cyberbullying is a legitimate issue, but like, what did he say?
I understand. I think he just said about how it was a bad movie and about how she was a bad actor, and I think there were some slurs in there, which
like racial slurs.
I think some racial slurs.
That's going like. But if he's giving like an actual opinion on the movie and she just didn't like it, if this is the same story I heard about, then it was something where like she was clearly not in the full right. Like, the person said, like, at first he had like grounds to stand on, like he was saying things that were like legitimate or whatever, and then he went too far, and that's when he got banned and everything.
Yeah.
So like, of course mistakes were made. He shouldn't have gone too far. But at first, I'm pretty sure it was her overreacting to something.
The thing is,
if this is the same story,
what Twitter did was they banned him. He is not allowed on the website, and the problem is you're messing with like constitutional laws there because it's like free speech and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, Twitter is a private platform. You have to agree to their terms of service before you get on, and no cyberbullying is part of that. But it's
did
like,
he break the terms of service by saying what he said?
But when you look at it, yeah, it's subjective. Where's the line for cyberbullying? If I call you a faggot online, am I joking or am I cyberbullying you?
If you're criticizing a woman who starred in a movie.
And that was bad. It was a bad movie.
Some people think it was good. I haven't seen it. Some people really liked it, but if he says in his own subjective opinion, hey, I don't think your movie's very good, and she says, you're being mean to me, I'm being attacked, take that down, of course these are over-exaggerations, but is he really in the wrong there?
That's the big deal. But what they did and fucked up, in my opinion, is they have
fricked up. Actually,
well, how they done goofed up, in my opinion, was they have like this council of elders, is what it's like.
That's
like,
not, they don't call it.
No, they don't call it that.
Thank freaking God.
But essentially, it is like in any sort of like, I guess anime or something. I know the thing I can relate it to. I'm saying I can relate it to the Greybeards in Skyrim about how they have power. They have power.
You mean
over
like
everything.
the cliche of like older council? Okay,
just like it's a
Lord of the
council
Rings or something.
Yeah, it's just like we oversee this and we are the wise ones. You know who's on that council? Anita Sarkeesian.
I don't know who Anita Sarkeesian is.
She's just she has done some good things.
That
for
sounds like an old elder's name. I get why you're making the comparison now.
Well, it's literally like a group of 5 or 6 people.
Right.
Mostly just women because they didn't want to piss off people. And like, if you're offended by that, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. They did it to appease social justice warriors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And again, you can fight for whatever you want. I agree with some things that the social justice warriors do. I think that the extremists should not be associated.
But that can be said about anything. Extremists of anything, an extreme of anything is bad. Can be bad.
Islam, feminism, stuff like that.
Religion, the extremism.
You have
BLM.
Yeah, exactly. You have the extremists that ruin it for everybody.
Yeah.
And then you have the regular people who
are a part of that organization.
They don't want to be associated with
and they look bad because of the people who go too far.
Anita Sarkeesian is one of the people who goes too far.
Okay.
She finds problems where problems don't exist. There are a lot of like wrongdoings going on in the world, but she'll find stuff where like a man didn't use the proper pronoun and stuff like that. And she gets upset. She is she
charge. A meme?
Yeah, she's essentially a meme.
Then I do know who she is.
She's basically in charge of all that. And she wasn't responsible for that, but now that entire group is now responsible for, if you're trying to get verified, that group has to go over and figure out who you are, what you do.
Whether you deserve getting
and the
verified.
thing is, they're doing it strictly off opinion, and that is not fair. That is not fair at all. So, like, if me and you wanted to get verified, like, if Almost Handsome, speaking of which, follow us on Twitter, by the way. We have never announced
We've never
that.
even mentioned that we have a Twitter.
It's Almost Handsomes with an S.
Somebody's probably looked it up and been like, oh man, they make cooking videos? This is the wrong Almost Handsome. That's us. I'm just weird.
We are the cooking videos. But she, if we got like 200 million followers or whatever, on Twitter, and we wanted to get verified, she probably wouldn't let it happen because of our content and stuff like that.
We're also cis white males, asshole.
Exactly.
It's your fault for being born. I don't know why you thought that was all right.
But that's the thing, is like, she's in charge of that. And if she did a good job, like, who knows, she may knock it out of the park. She may do a fantastic job. Like you find
change
people,
professionalism around. Like, she actually takes this seriously.
But I've seen some of the things that Anita Sarkeesian is capable of, and she is not good at what she does.
So she's a part of Twitter now, and Twitter's taking a big hit.
And Twitter if you look at Twitter's like follower, like, or new, what am I trying to use? Like new users, like month over month or month over year, it is going downhill fast.
Man, everything that's like a good, huge platform is taking such a huge hit.
The ones that aren't good are going up. Facebook's going up.
Yeah.
I don't like Facebook at all. I can't get on it. I literally cannot get on it.
Facebook's a miserable
I made my
place.
first post in a year yesterday.
I hope 9gag starts monetizing and I have to switch to.
Man, I missed those old Rage comics. I just want to go back to those.
You can start getting paid for those and that's it. YouTube channels just go
Can we get paid off iFunny yet?
I think maybe, actually. This isn't even a joke. I'm pretty sure iFunny's got like a monetization system.
Let's just go make memes for iFunny.
Let's just go make the pie charts. That's how I did it back in the day. That's how I got on the 20 featured a day channel 3 times.
That was so dumb.
That's a complete lie. I tried so many times to get on there.
Wicked's doing that thing where she like moves her throat forward.
That's his lizard that was in the awesome lizard video that we made.
That's the lizard that Seth smashed against my wall.
She somehow made it out of that sock, even though I completely kaputted her. But
I'm thinking about renaming her to Anita Sarkeesian.
Well, that sounds like an awesome name.
Well, yeah, because
you should name her Daydreams, because that's what YouTube has done to us and everybody else who likes to post content to YouTube and make money for it.
Well, that started off kind of good. YouTube put us in a bad mood, and then we kind of went down to a negative thing.
I mean, even if it was negative, I feel like we still covered
No, we needed to talk about this.
Yeah. But, so, like, if anybody was expecting uplifting, happy fun times, I'm sorry that we didn't deliver there, but I felt like this was something.
Well, sometimes things happen, and you can't.
They can't be ignored either. Like, this is something that was, I think it needed to be talked about, especially in our position where we really wanted to do that for a living and still want to, but it may not ever be a possibility, at least not on YouTube.
Exactly.
So we'll find out in the coming months, and thank you guys for listening.
We're going to figure out, like, how everything's working. We're going to write a script, like, right after we get done.
Yep.
And then Seth's got to go home because he's got to do homework. I have to go to work, and then I have practice, and then I got to do homework, and then
I got to start, and I actually have to record for the other channel today.
Exactly.
Start doing that.
And then, so we both have our own things to do, but again, we're going to write that. We're going to write for the series that we're planning. And
we promise we're working on things for this podcast, and they are coming.
You guys don't see it because we can't show everything. And like, I've thought about doing like, not vlogs, but like just having a camera around us sometimes.
So we could just give little
So
updates.
we could say like, hey, look, we are writing. We're actually doing this. But, it's just, it's hard to be 100% transparent because we can't. We cannot be 100% transparent.
Just trust us that there are things that are getting done.
Watch this. If you follow us on Twitter, You will have more transparency because we do update Twitter.
That's right.
More
Sometimes
often.
with memes, sometimes with updates, but both will be there in plentiful amounts. So go there, check us out.
It's probably a ratio of about 90% memes, 10% updates.
I'd say 75% memes. You're making us look bad.
Oh, okay.
Jeffrey.
Sorry. But if you want some good quality memes and then some good updates too, definitely
Check
follow
us
us
out
on Twitter.
We're the cooking channel, Almost Handsome.
It says cook. That's just it's true.
That's what we're doing
next
right now.
week we're gonna
This
make
entire episode was about sugarcane and spices.
yeah.
That's all
And
we've
then
talked about.
next week we're making French braided bread. So
French braided bread. That sounds delicious.
and
actually.
so
I love
yeah,
hair.
you just put it in the no. You put it in for about 25 minutes. You wait about till 2:50 and then you're good.
That's how you make French braid hair. You guys. Damn, we spoiled the next episode.
All right. Well, now we're gonna not be able to monetize that one either. So anyway,
Thank you guys for listening.
we'll see you all next episode. Bye.
Bye bye.